Man versus Slug.
While editing last week's video, I thought I probably should be updating the background because we've got the runner bean TP here, we've got a lot of growth over here. Then I realised actually this week we're going to be taking out most of the stuff in the top raised bed except for the pumpkins. The potatoes are drooping down, they should be big enough now, so we'll be taking that out. The lettuce is past its best. We did have some earlier this week and it doesn't taste so great anymore, so that will be coming out. The broad beans, we'll harvest the rest of them, and that will be making space for the leeks and the kale. And then we've got the peas here, which you will have seen in last week's video. The kids have been eating off the plant and there's pretty much nothing left on it now, so the peas can come out. So all that lot's going to go. Changing the top bed is the mission for this week. That's not a bad haul of broad beans, given we've had one load or a couple of loads already. Quite a lot of black fly on the outside of some of these, which we will just wash off, but yeah, that should do us a meal or two. So as expected, not many peas left on the plant because the kids are eating them. We did discover while we were picking them off the plant that we appear to be growing two different kinds of peas. We had these rounder pods which had much sweeter peas inside, and these pods which are much more ridged where you can see the individual peas a bit paler. They weren't quite as tasty, and I do wonder if we got some of the marrow fat peas that we would have been using for pea shoots mixed in with the other peas and ended up planting two different types. So the Veg In One Bed book has leeks going in June, and then the kale coming in here when you take the broad beans out in July. It's the 1st of July. It's kind of on the border between June and July because I'm just doing this whole bed in one go. We're doing the leeks in a bit. I'm going to put the kale in. We do have a little bit more extra space, but I have loads of leeks, so I'm going to leave more space for leeks, and we're going to put the couple of rows of kale in here. Veg In One Bed says leave lots of space between them. So we're just going to do 2 rows, and it recommended, I think it was about a foot between each one. So I think that might mean we only get three kales per row. I might need to go back and consult the book, see if I can squeeze in a fourth one. It says don't put too many in. Shouldn't squeeze in. Oh! Book consulted and plants rescued, perhaps for the loss of a few leeks. It says plant 4 across your vegetable patch, but I assume it's talking about a certain size, but 1 foot apart. I think we can probably squeeze in 4 by putting one close to either edge. And we've got space to sort of flop over the side, at least the leaves do. Something like that. And then we have 3 kale spare. Maybe I'll see if one of the neighbours wants some kale. Cue high-speed footage while I do planting. So that's the kale in now. Still got plenty of space for the leeks, and I think planting the leeks is going to prove quite interesting. Veg In One Bed says that you should plant the leeks when they get to about 8 millimeters in diameter. These are 5 at best. I don't know when the sound stopped recording while I was planting these leeks, but I thought I'd recap the experiment we're doing. so that at least we have some decent audio for that. So Veg In One Bed tells us that we should poke the holes, and then we should effectively leave the leek like this, just poking the root down a bit more. There we go. Leave the hole around the leek, and we're just going to water it and let the soil collapse in, so that there's not too sort of dense soil around the edge, with the explanation that hopefully the leeks will become fatter. I thought that hopefully needs a little bit of testing. So for 2 rows I'm doing that. So in this row over here we've got the hole sort of around the edge of the leek, and then for 2 rows I have filled in the soil around the leek more densely, and we can see in a few months' time when we harvest the leeks which of these are the fatter leeks. Let's see if it makes any difference whatsoever. Now to do the watering. So the runner beans have got to the top. We understand from Veg In One Bed that the thing to do is to stop them at the top, or chop the top off, or there's some word for it anyway. And that'll be it for Man vs Slug this week. So cut.